personal.
The 10th of July, Rabbi Furst, Pierke, Avos.
Fine. Thank you, Lou. As Lou mentioned, this Rabbi Shlomo first year, she was Samanafi, time care of Zoom. We are learning currently our first year, Pierke Avos, as mentioned, the sixth Pierke. Moving on to the eighth Brisa here, new document, new Brisa to learn. Also, we'll be learning with the commentary of the Maharal Prague. And it's good. Fine. Who would like to begin reading? Good morning, Roy.
Good morning, Rabbi. Sorry to interrupt with your introduction.
It's okay, no problem.
Good morning, everybody else.
Good morning, Roy.
So number one says Mishnah Maseches Avos Perech Vav Mishnah Chet. Rabbi Shimon ben Menashe Omer Mishum Rabbi Shimon ben Yochai. So Rabbi Shimon ben Minsei said in the name of Rabbi Shimon ben Yochai, Hanoi. I don't know Hanoi.
Hanoi, something which is noi, is something which is considered to be beautiful. Something's noi, something's beautiful.
Okay, the chacham, the koach and strength, v'ha osher and wealth, v'ha kavod and honor, v'ha chachama and wisdom, v'ha zikna and hazikna is experience.
Actually, yeah, zikna is age, I guess.
Age. Okay, age. Vaha shiva is learning.
No, this is Shiva. We'll see how this is going to be defined. This is going to be this is like I think like I would say like satisfaction, contentment.
Vahabani and children. No'er l'tzadikim v'no'er le'olam. What's no'er?
No, it's like it's favorable.
Favorable for the righteous and favorable for the world.
Right.
So I guess this is a whole list of things that are favorable for the righteous and favorable for the world. Shnei Amar, as it says in Mishlei, Ateres Tiferes Shiavo B'derech Tzedakah Timtza. A crown of splendor that comes in the way of righteousness. What's timtza?
Timtza, the timatze shall be found.
Found. Okay, so a crown of splendor coming in the path of righteousness will be found.
Right. This is a pasuk in Mishlei. Many of the psukim that are quoted here are coming from Mishlei, as we had in the previous brisa, and here also these are more psukim based on the words of Shlomo Melech in Mishlei.
Vayomer Sham Mishlei Ateres Chachamim Esrim, a crown of the wise. Esrim is 10.
Ateres Chachamim Asirim. No, this is not 10. This is rather yeah, excuse me. The Sirim, let's see here. Let's see. Okay. Right. Let's take a look in the pasuk. All right. Moshe Mishlei test sign.
I think it's verse 31.
Okay.
You should try that anyway.
Fourteen 31.
I have 1631.
16. Yeah, 1631. Thank you.
I'll be right back. I've got something beeping. I got to check.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Don't want any beeps. Mm. 16,
We see my Mishlei.
Okay, 31, that's a teres teferes saver derek tzedakah timotzei. Okay. And then
1631. Teret Tiferet. So Seba, that's
the first pasuk, right?
oh yeah. Yeah, V'derek Tzedakah Timotzei.
Teres chachamim asra. Yeah. That's in the second pasuk. Teres chachamim asra. That's in the Perik Yud Daled pasuk of Daled.
Oh.
So but I have Asram.
Yeah, Asram. That's from the shores of Osha, meaning their wealth. Ateres Chachamim Asram. The crown of wisdom is their wealth.
Meaning their spiritual wealth.
Well, okay, I have to look at the unfortunate about that. We'll see. Well, tomorrow's gonna explain that, that's for sure. Yeah, that's for sure.
Okay. Vayomer Ateres Zikanim B'nei Banim B'tif Eres Banim Avosam. So crown of the elderly, the children of their children, is their children's children. And the splendor of their children is their avosam, is their work, their service.
Their father, I think.
That's right. For-
Glory of their sons is their fathers.
Wow. 20.
Yeah, well, Osram is their wealth. Going back to that previous pasuk in line number 13, right? Ateres Chachamim Osram, the crown of the wise is their wealth. Now, what is that referring to? Why is
But don't we say that the crown is the Torah?
yeah, well, now we're saying something different. That's part of the question, right? I mean, it's not necessarily contradictory. Right? It could be that they'll have several crowns, and this is another aspect of the crown that they have.
Maybe because there is that, it is used as a crown of the Torah, that the crown here means that, was associated with learning or whatever.
Yeah, it's I could certain way. The fact that the wise, if the wise are given wealth as well, right? We're talking about in Olam Hazeh, we're talking actual physical wealth, riches of sorts. So the fact that they're wise, right? The Ateres Chachamim Osram, the crown for the wise is their wealth. Meaning, you've heard the expression "fools and their money," right?
Schools and money
Excuse me, Roy. I didn't hear what you say, Roy.
A fool and his money is soon parted.
Ah,
Yeah. So you know, not a new situation. So fools can have money. I recently heard of a incident with Rav Heineman from Baltimore. He's the head of the Star K and the Good in Baltimore. One of the Gedoli Torah of America. So he was getting ready to make a chasana for one of his children. Yeah, chasana for one of his children. So the person at the hall said, "Listen, the they had previously a night of a wedding where people spent a lot of money on a lot of foolish things. So as the person was saying this story over, there's a saying in America. In America, they say, if you have it, flaunt it. Yeah.
Huh.
That's what they say in America. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, that's another discussion some other time. But in any event, so this previous night's wedding, they wasted a lot of money and they had a lot of flowers left over. So the head of the hall said to Rabbi Heinemann, he says, "Listen, I have all these flowers left over. These, you know how much they paid for these flowers yesterday? $80,000. They paid $80,000 for these flowers yesterday."
Okay.
He said, "Listen, I'll give them to you I'll keep them here in the hall, right? We won't take them down. I'll keep them here in the hall, and I'll give them to you for $5,000. A bargain. Flowers for the wedding, $5,000. Real bargain."
Oh.
Rabbi Heinemann said, "I don't want it. No, thank you." And he said, "Listen, I'll give you for $3,000. I'll give you those flowers for $3,000. I don't want it." He says, "What do you mean?" He says, Rabbi Heinemann says, "I don't want the flowers. Take the flowers out of here. I don't want the flowers. I don't even want people to see the flowers. Because they'll think that if Rabbi Heinemann is so foolish to spend all this money and waste all this money on flowers, it must be okay. So I don't want any flowers. Take all the flowers out. I don't want any flowers. $80,000 down the drain."
Yeah.
Or in the garbage can.
Mm.
So you have this expression of fools in their money. Fools in the money. Fools obviously spend their money on foolish things. Their money's not gonna make them any wiser, right? Torah can make a person wise, but money can't make a person wise.
Unless they reflect on what's happened with their money and realize an expensive lesson.
Yeah, but they unfortunately in America, if you have it, you got to flaunt it. What are you going to do about that, Roy?
That's your lesson. Don't. Next time I won't. I was so silly doing it this time. I'll know better next time.
Well, but that's nice. That's very nice when you say. But one door is going to say, "Look, my older sister got $80,000 worth of flowers. What, you're going to spend a penny less for me? I don't rate. I'm nothing. I'm dirt."
Mm-hmm. Yes. No. No. You can explain to her, and I'm sure that if she's a wise woman, she'll accept it. And
No. She wants exactly like the older sister. The older sister got it. She wants it too.
Mm.
Can't discriminate. It's against the law.
Mm. Well, you have to work that one out. It's a family matter.
Yeah. So anyway, so you have this idea, this concept of fools in the money. So here we're being taught the opposite. You have the wise and their wealth. The wise and their wealth. That the wise, their wealth, the way they spend their wealth and use their wealth will show that they're really wise. So the indication in terms of how a person is going to show how wise he is going to be how he he behaves in spending his money. Okay, let's continue on.
All right, so you were going to give me a translation for Avos, the fathers.
Yeah, so right, so Ateres Zikanim, the crown for the Zikanim, for the elders, B'nai Banim are grandchildren, the children's of the children, v'tiferes banim avoson, and the glory of the banim, the glory of the sons avoson are their fathers. Avoson are their fathers.
Okay. Vayomer Tiferes B'chur Bachurim Kolchein V'hadar Zikanim Shiva. The splendor of the students, Bachurim,
Well, the young men.
the young men, are the
Kocham is their strength. The Tiferes, the splendor of young men is their strength.
is their strength. And the Hadar is the majesty.
Could be like we say in Esrog is a pre-H Hadar, right?
Right. Beautiful.
Yeah, like the beauty of the beauty of the Zakeh of the Zakanim is savor, is their tranquility, their satisfaction, their restitude. Right, is the restitude.
Vayomer the Chafra Halavana Ubusha Hachama Ki Melech Hashem Tzibaos Bahar Tzion Uv'Yushalayim Unegad Zikaniv Kavod. I don't know what Chafra is. Something white.
Well, no, Lavan is the moon. Harfa Lavana, the shame of the Lavana, the shame of the moon, Ubusha Hachama, and the embarrassment of the sun.
Because Hashem is king.
Like at the time, right? At the time when Hashem will rule, right? That right
In Zion and Jerusalem, what is Negad? Oh, Neged, corresponding to the elderly, the honor of the elderly.
right.
So I'm a little confused. The shame and embarrassment of the sun and the moon at the time when Hashem is ruling in Zion and Jerusalem corresponds to the honor of the elderly. I don't get the connection between the sun and the moon's embarrassment and the honor of the elderly.
No, it's like it's this that this is a prophecy. This is the pasuk Yeshaya. The pasuk's in the Navi Yeshaya. So this is a prophecy from Yeshaya that the moon will be shamed and the sun will be embarrassed. When Hashem rules Bahar Tzion and in Yerushalayim. And at that time, Neged's a kind of kavod. And at that time, when the sun is embarrassed and the moon is shamed, and Hashem at that point is ruling in Tzion and Yerushalayim, at that time, that will be Neged's a kind of kavod. That will be given to the Zekanim, given to the people who are the elders of Klal Yisrael. They will have honor at that time.
How will we know that the moon is embarrassed and the sun ashamed? Or is it not for us to know?
Why do you think it wouldn't? Why do you think it wouldn't be for us to know?
I don't know. It's an event. It's something that's happening. So, and we've been told about it. So maybe we are meant to know more when it happens. We are warned. We are warned about it. So maybe we have to know about it for some reason. And if so, how? Sorry,
Excuse me?
what did you say? What was it?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Someone said something there?
I don't know. I thought you said something. Sorry.
Okay, so that's the prophecy. At the time when Hashem is going to be reigning in Yerushalayim and in Sion, that will cause that the sun and the moon will be shamed and embarrassed, and at the same time there will be a glory given to the elders who will be righteously and understood and known, paying all glory and honor due to them.
I know, I think. It occurs to me maybe they'll be ashamed that they have been the subject of worship, of idol worship.
That definitely has a part of it. Yes, of course. They're not going to be ashamed, Stam. They're ashamed because there were those people who were idolizing them. Yes, that's correct, Roy. That's exactly correct.
Rabbi Shimon ben Minasseh Omer Elu Sheva Mitos Shemanu Chachamim Latzadikim Kulam Nis Kaimo Be Rebbe
Rebbe Ubanov. And Rebbe, that's Rebbe Yehuda Nasi and his son.
Oh.
and his son. Okay, so
Not giving his name.
Rabbi Shimon, the son of Manasseh, said, these seven characteristics these are seven characteristics that we hear that are heard by the Chachamim who are tzaddikim. All of them were established by Rav and his son.
Niskayimo, they were fulfilled, they were exemplified through Rebbe Yehuda Nasi and his sons.
we're not given Rebbe Nassi's son's name, but we're given Rebbe Shimon's son's name at the beginning.
So the seven are the items 3 through 9 in our list?
Let's see, does that add up to 7? Let's take a count. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I guess 10 doesn't count. I guess it's 3 through 9.
Right, because Havanim is not really a Mida.
Right, that's not really a meter, correct.
Okay. So that's the explanation of the beauty blah 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 satisfaction. Oh, I'm sorry, I got to get the door.
Right, so you have these 7 characteristics, and they were exemplified through Rebbe Yehuda Nasi and his sons. Quite impressive, huh?
Yep. Mm-hmm. All right.
Okay. Now we can go on with the Maral Prague's explanation. Lose back. Okay, we can start now. Let's start paragraph 18, 19, 20.
I don't think I did 18.
Oh, okay.
Derech Chaim al Avos. Oh, that's just the title.
Right.
Okay, so 20. Hanoi the Chacham the Osher Kule. So it's the first 3 of the list: beauty, wisdom, and wealth. Yesh lishol lama amar be'elu Zion midos she'elu na'im l'tzadikim. There is to ask, why does it say these 7 characteristics, that these are pleasant for the righteous? Na'im is pleasant?
Yeah, I mean, Noim is that's an aspect of it. It's sort of being like it's pleasant in an appropriate way. It's apropos.
Apropos. Oh, nice word. So so there is to ask about these 7 that why are they apropos to the righteous?
Right. Meaning these are all very, very, very appropriate and nice characteristics. So it should be appropriate maybe for a lot of different people. Why don't you say Talmid Chachamim? Why don't you say but why specifically tzaddikim?
Right.
Okay.
Also,
So that has to be understood.
Osher, wealth. That usually is not something that you say is a desirable meter of a tzaddik that he should seek wealth. I mean,
Right, right. That needs to be explained as well.
it's not really a goal.
Right. Good, very good.
Unless it's a means to an end. So the tzaddik knows that if he gets wealth, then he can distribute it.
Definitely so. That could be the answer. Because why? Because a person who's a tzaddik, he's going to put the money to good use, right? So wealth is really apropos for tzaddikim, because they'll be able to use the money in righteous and good ways. Whereas if you give the money to the fools, they spend it on the flowers for the wedding.
Habet, Hala.
I'm not saying that you shouldn't have flowers at the wedding, but you have to maybe temper it with a little bit of judgment as to how much you're willing to spend on it.
Right. Lo Hevi Roy El Haosher Ve'el HaChachama. Two of these do not come appropriately to
Her base is, well, her base is not there. It's going on two things. Her base is going on a second question, right? He started Yeshu Shoyl. Here's to ask. Lama Omer Zion Midas Elu Noim Tzadikim, number one. On base, the second question to ask is as follows.
Okay, the second question is that wealth and
Hello, lo Havia Raya al Oisher Velachokam. Why wasn't a proof brought for the statements made about Oisher Velachokma?
what is
Hachachma?
Hachachma? Oh, Hachachma. But I thought it was Koach, not Chachma. Number 4 is Koach, right?
I think so. Let me check. I have to move the screen.
Where is Koach? Yeah, Chachma is 7.
Noi is 3. Koyach is 4. Oisher is 5. Taved is 6. Chachma is 7.
So it's asking why was it not bringing a proof for wealth and wisdom,
Right.
which seems odd because I thought we were discussing the first 3.
That was I think that was just an opening statement.
Right, that's like the Dibor Mas this paragraph.
Right, but at this point, he's mentioning these two general questions.
Okay, so the second question is why does it not bring a proof for wealth and wisdom? The
Right.
I don't know what Mem Shin is.
My no. What's the difference? I believe.
What's the difference?
Where are we?
Noah, L'tzadikim v'no'eh le'olam. Okay, so that was it's good for the tzaddikim and it's good for the world. What's the difference? I guess they're asking what's the difference between the tzaddikim and the world?
Va'od, ma'isna nala tzadikim unala oilam. I mean, what's the difference if it's no, it's appropriate. Apropos for the tzaddikim, it's appropriate. Apropos for the world. How is this nala oilam? How is this thing that's nala oilam? Kima yineh olam b'zeh, that the world should have some type of benefit from this.
The Od Ma Ru Shahu No'eh L'Tzadikim Davka. And furthermore, what is the proof that it's apropos to the righteous specifically?
Right. Meaning, what's the proof that it's apropos specifically to the tzaddikim? Right.
Yesh Lecha.
Okay. So maybe let's maybe
Here?
it's good to stop here.
Yeah.
We have these questions. Maybe what we'll do is review the questions tomorrow, and then we'll start beginning to understand the
Answers.
answers. Okay.
Thank you, Rabbi.
Thank you, Lou.
Shkoyach, Lou.
Appreciate
Very
the
good
reading.
reading.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Roy. Have a good afternoon.
Well, Roy.
Printing this out, Rabbi. Appreciate your
Excuse
effort.
me?
I said, thank you for printing out this article. I appreciate your efforts.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate you all as well, Mez Hashem. Hopefully, we'll have a clear understanding of it all when we go through it a few times. Bez Hashem. Looking forward to it. Okay, so we'll take a short break and we'll be back soon.